what's up, KS? What you doing, man? Streaming tonight. Alright, 10-4. I hadn't said nothing. Sorry. I'm good. How you guys doing? Uh, yeah, I'm streaming. I think. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Hell, I didn't know where nobody was, man. It's like everybody's done their own thing. I was like, where the hell did everybody go? Oh, damn. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I haven't spoke to him in probably a month, maybe. Yeah. Damn. Or smoke some dope, one or the other. Yeah, there's I'm not doing anything. I just been running. Yeah, I mean, right, right. That's cool. Yeah, sometimes during the week I don't play 'cause I get home from work late. I don't have time, but yeah, most of the time on weekends though I'm on. So yeah, I hadn't. Okay, all right. You gonna post some Discord? Okay, yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I hadn't. He usually pops in and out of my stream, and talks, but I haven't seen him. I know it's been 3 weeks probably. Right, right. Is he gay? Yeah, right. I don't. Yeah, right. I don't know. I'm more of a sucker for the chrome. The more chrome, the better. Which issue? I heard people was having issues. So it wasn't on their end. It was on JBX Graphics end. If you run JBX Graphics or any kind of graphics mod, it messes with the truck. Right. Well, I know they sent me a 2 weeks ago. They sent me the 156 version, which is what I'm running now. Before that, I was running 154 version. I never did run the 155. You have to just email them and they'll send it right to you. Yep. Yeah, 'cause I emailed them the other day. I was having a GPS issue where um, the speed wasn't matching the road signs. So in other words, it would say on my GPS that the speed limit was 35, and then the signs was saying 70. I was like, what the hell, you know? So I messaged them and asked them if they had any issues with the GPS. They never said anything. They just sent me the update. So, and it fixed it. Yeah, it did. It messed everything up. So, yeah, I've had issues with truck books too. Once they sent me the 156 update, I haven't had any issues that I can find. So I would just drop them my email and say, hey, like to get the update. They also updated the shader. If you use that, I don't know if you use that or not. The reshade crap. No. Huh. Oh, cool. Right. Is it is it the shit or what? I couldn't get mine to look any better until I went with a second computer. And after I started streaming with two computers, it was a game changer. Right. Dang. Yeah, mine's about 650. It going to two computers was a challenge. I couldn't figure stuff out. I couldn't figure out how to get sound from one to the other. For about a month there, I was really having issues, but it's worked out. Well, it got so bad with every update trying to stream with one computer and all that that it was like driving my temperatures way high and my load was always real high on my computer and I was afraid it was just gonna blow it up, but I went with these. Right. Uh, How many monitors are you running? Oh, see, that's the difference. I'm running six. So that's why I had to do something. I was at like 70% CPU load, and I had to, because I got my three monitors for the truck. Then I've got a Streamlabs monitor that's always on. Then I've got a Twitch monitor that's on. And then I've just got one monitor that I like to watch football or something on while I'm playing. So I was really straining the shit out of my PC. Yeah, and I thought about that, but my damn simulator's so big. I mean, I don't know how I would even see the TV because I've got everything. It kind of surrounds me, so I don't know. But I wanted to go with a second computer for a while anyway. Just it's after I've gotten it situated and gotten used to it, it is so much better. It's great. I don't drop frames as much now. It's cool. No, it's been really slow. There's been days where I didn't have it, three or four people pop in. Right. I've been getting a lot of bots. Been getting a lot of that shit. Just yeah, a lot of that shit. I mean, it's just filling my chat up every day. Right. Oh, okay. You can block them. Yeah, you can block them. But I mean, there's an endless supply of them. You can block and block and block, and hell, it's just, it's an endless supply of them damn things. Well, how the hell you get those? I said, how the hell you get those? Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah. I didn't think there was a limit. Yeah, I don't think there's a limit, are they? maybe you can buy more. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm sure there's a way. Yep. I tune in and watch him once in a while. Him and what is it, the Crazy Horseman? I watch him once in a while. Yeah. Is that a mask or is that some kind of AI generated thing? That's got to be hot, right? Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen much of nobody in a month. I haven't even seen Alabama. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't even do trucking no more. Uh, no, no, no. I do trucking. I don't do truck books. I kept having issues with truck books. I don't know what the deal was with it. It was, I don't know, it kept crashing on me, and I would delete it and reinstall it, and it would work fine for a day or two, and then it would just be all screwed up again. And then it kept hitting me up for an update. Need to do this update, need to do this update. And I would do the update, and next time I'd log in, need to update again. And it just kept doing it over and over and over. And I said, fuck this. I don't know. I just thought it was the one you was running the truck books on, like your gaming PC, the one you're actually playing the game on, right? Yeah. Well, I thought, I thought if I deleted it and reinstalled it that it would put the new update in it, but it didn't do it. Yeah. Um, I deleted the whole program, the whole truck books program. I just typed in truck books and deleted everything that had anything to do with truck books, trying to fix it, trying to fix it, and then I went back and reinstalled it, and it worked that day. And then the next day I went to log in, it started that shit again. Need to update, need to update. And I was like, what the hell? Yeah, Oh wow. Yeah, it beat you out of it beat you out of 1,000 miles. Yeah, 'cause the Texas KW GPS was off really bad, and I said something to them about it, and they just sent me an update. Now, as far as I can tell, it's accurate. Um, I don't I don't know. I haven't ran those two trucks since 156. If you see a speed limit sign and it does not match your GPS, then yeah, you got an issue. Because that was what mine was doing. It was like the GPS was saying the speed limit was 35 and the sign on the road was 70, so it was throwing my miles off. Right. It was the truck. I thought it was the map at first, but it was the truck. Um, like the hater you. I mean, I know all those guys have got Facebook accounts. Yeah. I haven't ran the hater built in a while. Right. Right. It used to be the modified 379, correct? Yeah, Viper 2. Yep. Hater you. Yeah, it was a Frankenstein. Right. Yeah. Hater you added all the friggin' lights, all the trucks beacon lights, the LED lights. That's what he did. He added all those lights. Yep. I think the file has been modified so much now that it's just crazy. When I first started playing this game, I used it. Right. I don't even think you can get that version now, right? Yeah, I don't think you can get the house. I don't think you can get the house. And that would be cool if you could actually get on one of them and ride it. I've never understood like that they coming up with this update where they're gonna put cars in here. I'm thinking this is a truck game, man. What are you putting a DLC with cars in it for? No. Okay. Right. It should be in there. That's cool. That's cool. All right, I have several of them that pop in and out of my streams, and the, I don't think the ones that I don't think the ones that come in my stream were even in Truckers MP. They said it was too boring. God, I don't know how the hell you run it for 7 years. 6 months was enough for me. I mean, I got to at least see a car or something, dude. I was falling asleep trying to run that shit. Right. I mean, I did that, you know, it was, I'm telling you, dude, it was all I could do to stay awake trying to run that shit. There was nothing. I mean, no traffic, no nothing. I was like, God, it's like zombie land. Right. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Damn. Yep. I've always wondered why they don't do something with the AI traffic, because I mean, it, it's like, they're programmed, like when they're coming on an on-ramp, they don't stop. They just cut right. I mean, if they're beside of you, they'll cut right under your trailer. Right. You would think, instead of working on all these maps, that they would try to do something with the traffic, the AI, to try to make it more realistic. Right. As soon as you try to change lanes. Yeah. You think they would work on that? I don't know. Yeah, I got a bunch of messages here from you. I see a bunch of links in here. Diesel Warriors. Is that you guys? Did y'all create this company, Diesel Warriors? Damn. Yeah. That's the last one I built. Yeah, I got into that for a while. I was building button boxes. You did? I know. My microphone's not built into my button box. It's a separate box. But the button boxes are fairly easy, man. I think I maybe spent $60 on that button box. I don't know who that is. No, I've never met him. I don't think. Well, that's kind of like Alabama then, right? Oh, okay. They, they are simple to build. I mean, they sell you. You can buy the enclosures off of Amazon. All you have to do is drill the holes for your buttons. The enclosure comes complete. You just figure out what kind of toggle switches you want, and then you buy these little arcade boards. It comes with the USB cable and everything, and it's basically hooking white wires to white wires and blue wires to blue wires, and then you plug it into your USB, and it's good to go. Yep. Yeah, I've got real semi switches in mine. Mine actually has little LED lights in the ends of them. See, mine are Peterbilt switches. I bought mine off of Amazon, Peterbilt switches. Um, like I say, it's easy to do it. The parking brake and trailer brake supply, all that is push pull golf cart headlight switches. You know, the headlight switches where you pull and your headlights come on. So I bought the two parking brake knobs and hot glued them to the push pull headlight switches. So when you push pull, it turns your brakes off and on. It's as simple as that. Like I said, I might have $60 in that box right there. Right. Yep. Well, the li- the lights I put in mine, um, I just bought a set of USB speaker lights that you plug in, and I just took them apart and took the LED board out. And on those little joystick boards I was telling you about, they have two spots on there that's 5 volts that you hook two wires to. So you just basically cut the USB plug off of it, strip the wires, and it's got two wires in it. So, well, inside the USB joystick, the little box I was telling you can buy off of Amazon, they're like $15. It's got two 5 volt plugs in it, and the lights that you get to like plug into a USB is 5 volts. So yes, 5 volts for for RGB. Now, if you do like LED or something like that, then you've also got 12 volts coming out of your USB, but it's a whole different set of things. But so like the monster lights I bought, the little LED strips, it came with a remote control, so I can change any color I want on my button box. I can even make it dance and do all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? You can get the plug-in RGB lights at Walmart for like $15. To me it was more fun just to build it. I just wanted to see if I could, you know. Well, I mean, I really didn't have to do nothing but drill holes. So I just took me a piece of cardboard and laid it out and made me a template for what I wanted to do first. And so once I did that, like I said, the enclosure came complete. Um, I just had to drill the holes in it, and then I put it's called an arcade joystick board. If you're interested in looking it up, it's on Amazon. Um, and it's simple. It's simple as it can be. It even comes with instructions on what wires to hook where, and you plug it in. When you plug it in, it pops up as a generic USB joystick. And when you go into your American Truck Simulator, where you got your drop down, like for your steering wheel, your gear shift, all that, it'll be in there. Generic USB joystick. And you just click on it and map all your buttons out like you want them, and it works. I was going to build Scooter one and send it to him, but I found out he had to ship something to Canada. I said, fuck all that. It was going to cost me like 150 bucks to send it to him. And then they keep it in um, quarantine for like 60 days and all that crap. And I just said I ain't dealing with all that. It's got to go through customs, and I don't know why Canada thinks they're so special. Well, he asked me if I'd build him one. I said, yeah. I said, what's 60 bucks? I'll build him one and give it to him. And then after I found out how much it was going to cost to ship it up there and then what I was going to have to go through, I said, nah, I ain't fooling with it. Well, right. I was just going to build one and gift it to him, and then it was going to be more hassle than it was worth just to ship it to him. That's cool. I remember back in the day when I drove, I would buy linears, and yeah, yeah. I had my CB hooked to my computer for a while, but I couldn't get past the interference. Every time I talk on the mic, you would get a loud squeal through your sound, and yeah, I couldn't figure out. I put filters and everything on there to try to get rid of that, but I never could get rid of it, so I finally took it out. Now you can go to Amazon and buy these CB mics with a USB cord on them, plug them straight into your computer. Yeah, it's on there. I seen it today when I was looking. You can even program. It's got like two or three buttons on it on the back of it. You can program. I just looked under truck sim accessories, and that's where it was at today when I was looking around in there. Right, right, that's what I was getting with the CB in here. You know, I've still got my CB. I've got a General Lee, and I had it plugged in and everything, and every time I'd key up in mic, you know, it would make a squealing noise, and I was like, what the hell? Back in the day when I drove, I did. I had it gone through and tuned and all that stuff. So yeah, yeah, I think I've got an old classic 29 around here somewhere. It was back in the day before they come out with them stupid digital ones. They used to have a Galaxy 99. Do you remember those? That was the shit. Yep. Right. Galaxy had the sidebands and all. You remember you could switch to a sideband and talk. You're right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good if you can skip that far. Yeah, that's yeah, that's a lot of miles. General Lee was made by Connex, if I ain't mistaken. Yeah. I bought mine at a pawn shop years ago when I was truck driving. It was in a pawn shop. It wouldn't even work. I took it somewhere to a CB shop and he got it fixed and got it working. And I used it for years. I don't know how you would hook that up in a button box. because it's listed as a plug and play device. So basically, all your plug and play sound goes through your headset. If you've got your headset set as your primary and your sound, everything that makes sound will go through that headset. Because my mic does the same thing. You just speak through your microphone. I mean your headset, and just hold the damn mic to your face, I reckon. Yeah. Well, you run out of you ain't got but so many USB slots. You got what, five? So time you plug everything up, the best thing I ever done was when I got the signal light windshield wiper switches on my Moza steering wheel. It freed up extra space from having to key all them buttons in and using an extra USB because they just don't have enough. Hey, you got more than five USBs? I mean, in the game. Yeah, like where you go in the game and you put, you select your steering wheel, your keyboard, your mouse, your button box. Right. Oh, I had all mine filled. Yeah. See, uh, I I ran out of spots. I did, because I got Simpson race pedals. I got the Moser steering wheel, and the signal lights and windshield wipers that's on the steering wheel is an extra USB. So and then my button box. So I'm out of space then. So I wired my I wired my gear shift into my shifter, my splitter and all. I took it apart and wired it in there so it would only use one USB. Yeah, you've only got five, so once you fill those up, no more add-ons. Well, see, if you're using like a Logitech setup or something like that, or Thrustmaster where your pedals and everything is all in one USB, you're fine. But I got the Simpson race pedals. That's a different USB. My steering wheel's a different USB. My button box is a different USB. My gear shift is a different USB. So after a while, you just run out of spots. to slide your tandems, but you can't move your fifth wheel. Yeah. If the trailer's equipped. If you get like a spread axle flatbed, you can't slide them. They're stationary. Yeah, there's a lot of things they could do. They could add more USBs. That wouldn't be nothing to do. They could do that. That would be a big help. Do you? I use the Fury 9 transmissions and it don't do that. I got so annoyed with that shit. I could ease the clutch out and it would kill the engine. I got so mad at that. I started using the Fury 9 transmissions. No, it's just called a Fury 9. You can get anything you want. You can get 13, 18, whatever. Uh, yeah, you just go to the Steam Workshop and type in Fury 9, and it gives you like 100 transmissions to pick from with different gear ratios and all that stuff. You can get with retarder, without retarder, whatever you want. Like I say, it's got like 100 different setups you can get. They're great. It don't choke them out like that. It does a whole lot. That's what the transmissions are called. Give me a second and I'll tell you what the mod is. Because I can't remember how it's listed in the workshop, but it'll show up on your it'll show up in your garage as Fury 9. Let's see, mods. All right, it'll show up in the garage as Eaton Fuller Road Ranger Fury 6. I told you wrong. Fury 6. Yep. It even has 21 speed, 18 speed, 13 speed, 10 speed. And so far I have not found a truck that they didn't work on, so let me see here. This says the author is SCS/Fury 6. Yep. It should say E-FRTLO-XX913. It says here version 149, but I mean hell, it's been working for me through all the updates, so I ain't had no problem with it. Yeah, it's a bunch of them in there. What I hate is if you get on an exit ramp and it's uphill and then you have to stop and you go to pull back out and you're sitting there like a dumbass, you cannot get the truck to move. Yeah, it helped me out a whole lot. I no, if you get on like TMP, you got to use whatever mods they have on there. Yeah, they just got to add it to the file. Oh, y'all, you getting a hurricane? They said they had a hurricane down there off the coast of Florida, I believe, or something. What was Hurricane Gabrielle or something? I think they said it wasn't going to make direct landfall, but it was going to be enough, you know. Yeah, the winds and rain and shit was going to come on shore. But I think it's going to skim up the coast like the last one did. Yeah, that's where I am in Virginia. We got rain for a damn week off of that shit. Is that where it's at now? Still say it's going to go off. It's going to go off up the East Coast, or they've changed the track, or what? Yeah, one of them at the first of the week was like a Category 1, so it might have stalled out a little bit there in Cuba. But they said when it hits the warm water in the Bahamas there or something, it's supposed to build or something. I don't know. Last week at the first of the week they were saying it was going to like skim over the Keys and then come up the East Coast, but I don't know what it's doing now. I haven't watched it in a day or so. Right. You don't. They can just try to predict, but they don't really know what it's going to do. I remember when they said Katrina wasn't even going to make landfall, and then it fucking turned and destroyed everything down there. And you said there's another one behind it? Right. Yeah, tomorrow. Is it going to skim the East Coast, or is it going to completely miss? Oh, okay. Yeah, I hate when they do that spaghetti string. You're like, well, which one's right? Yeah, it did. But we've had a calm year this year. Well, it's about over now, right? October's the end of it. Oh yeah, it was 90 degrees up here today. Yeah, they are up here. Yeah, up here in Virginia, they're. We was up on the Parkway today, and there was leaves all over the place. They was already falling, and they done turned colors. But we've had a couple frosts up here in the last month. Yeah, one day I went to go to work, and it was like 38 degrees outside. Yeah, there was days it was. There was a couple of days it didn't get out of 50s. I'll jump on here tomorrow and see if I can't get situated on these links and stuff and catch y'all in the. Yep. All right. I'll sure do it. Uh, all right. Y'all have a good night. Bye.